Oh my goodness. They're really trying to sell the legendary heroes, aren't they? I enjoyed the fact that Ike is in there and just kind of existing. Next to, two original characters. And Gunthra and, Fjorm are just shown off because they can be. But, hi nerds. I'm currently doing Tempest Trials. I'm just letting the units run hog wild while I do this, where I talk to you guys, because it's been a year. It's been a year since I guess I can't really say it's been a year since I started doing Heroes videos, but it has been a year since, around this time I started doing this, and it's been crazy, and I figured since, it'd be fun to try and take a look at things, I figured, hey, why don't we talk about it? Why don't we share some memories? Why don't we, have some fun with that, see how things go, and good job by getting yourself killed. I love the AI for this at times. But, I haven't been doing Tempest Trials. I've been neglecting it. I've been leveling up all the units that are going to be released in the next update and trying to get that all squared away. So, yeah. But, man, a whole year. This is amazing to me. It's kind of crazy. When I started doing Heroes videos, I was not really sure what to expect. I wasn't sure how I would be doing it, how things were going to be going, and if things would, I didn't expect the changes that I did end up with when it came to Heroes as they were, or as they are right now. I didn't expect to get a lot of people who listen to me babble on over nonsense, make stupid jokes, and continue to do things that are questionable. I'm kidding, but that continue to, I've been trying to work on this, trying to see how things go, and while it's been shaky at times, it's been a little weird, I think I found a good place where I enjoy myself a lot more, and, do things that I enjoy. I love talking about news, I love talking about, everything under the sun when it comes to Heroes, but also to Nintendo and all those other fun things, like, the Switch has taken off, there's just tons of craziness, but it's thanks to Heroes that this channel kind of found itself in a bit of a better place than a lot of other things. It's how we've met a lot of people, and I really just can't say that enough that it's been amazing. But my fondest memories when it comes to Heroes are some of the strangest things that I can possibly think of. Now, before anyone goes, what do you mean by this? Well, allow me to explain. One of my favorite memories is probably just to give you an example, okay? Xander, when he was coming out, he was in the data since launch. That was something, a lot of the Grand Hero, battles, the ones that were available from the get-go, Ursula, Robin, all of those units, they were in the data from the very get-go. They were always there at the start, and they existed. And basically, what it became was, what the heck is up with Xander? Because people weren't too sure if he was going to be a Grand Hero battle at the start, because, it was kind of odd to have him a hero, but then again, Robin and stuff. So people were pretty much going to, guarantee themselves that, oh yeah, he's going to be a Grand Hero battle. So when the first ever seasonal units rolled around, and people were like, what the heck? Who are these silhouettes and what's going to happen here? Little did we know that the first time we'd actually get Xander in the game, it would be him dressed as a pimp bunny. That was some of the more bizarre situations that kind of came from that. And also, good lord AI, what are you doing to me? But that was one of the first real big moments that came out of that, was the mystery to try and figure out when Xander's coming, and then Xander comes out and he's dressed as a pimp, essentially. I don't know how many people remember that, but that was some of the weirder situations that kind of arose from all of that. Holy crap, that's a lot of blue units. I wonder if Fjorm could take them all out. We'll see. Still, nonetheless, when it came to all of this, it was outrageous. The other thing I remember, and I'll always vividly remember, was I made a joke about Camilla. I think I killed Camilla. I I think I merged her or gave her skills away. I killed a 5-star Camilla, gave her Draconic Aura and things away to someone else. And I was like, well, if she ever shows up again, I'll just, I'll do a giveaway. And then during that summoning session, she showed up. And it was one of the weird things. I was not expecting that, but it happened. And people always ask me, why do you bash on Camilla? Well, I don't really bash on her anymore. I don't really think there was any bashing to begin with because, it was always just kind of a joke in the game. But then again, my ideas of jokes when it first came to Heroes were not the best, obviously. And things will always change and alter course when it comes to that. But that was something that I always found hilarious because it was just such a strange thing to have happen. And from there, that was kind of how the giveaways started and all that fun stuff. And, crazy things like that. But man, just thinking about all of that, there are other times that I felt, aggression towards the game and just kind of mildly ticked off with a lot of things. One of the bigger things that I'm sure a lot of you can remember was when they started first doing the Tempest Trials characters, where they started introducing new Tempest Trials characters that were specific, for that, banner. The first one, of course, was Ira. And that was a situation that I don't think anyone really wants to repeat, because that was such an odd time to be around in the game, because, up until this point, they had no inclination to actually, do this kind of thing. People thought Ira was going to be maybe some sort of, grand hero battle. Maybe she was the Tempest Trial reward. And then there was Arden, who no one was certain what was going on there. And it was a weird time. And then all of a sudden, Ira shows up. The aggression that came out of that was amazingly high. Like, Jesus Christ, people were dedicated to getting mad about that. That was crazy. And I was definitely slightly miffed about that. It was definitely one of the weirder times when it came to Heroes. One of the more aggressive periods that I'm sure a lot of people can remember, but I think IS has done a lot. If you were to look back at the game as it were at the start, when it launched, and I know people will be like, what about, skill inheritance? I almost said soul inheritance. I don't know what I'm thinking. But, when it came to things like skill inheritance and all that fun stuff, the game is completely different than what it was, 3 months ago. From, now that we have things like, the Seal Forge and all this other crazy stuff that just continues to show up in the game and continues to evolve it beyond that. And, if I was, back when Sacred Seals were stuck to one tier only and people were like, oh, it's only good for things like little stats and stuff like that, little tiny things that are not really all that great. And here we are now more than ever with, seals that are going up to 3, and now we have Heavy Blade and, Quick Riposte and all this other nonsense that I don't think anyone saw coming. It's crazy. But it's crazy in a good way, and I think that really shows you how much Heroes has changed and grown in a way. So that's always something I look at when it comes to Heroes. And, I started off doing Heroes reviews, and I'm still gonna probably do those. I like talking about news more than ever and just kind of goofing around with you guys, be it with jokes or whatnot. Granted, jokes have kind of taken a bit of a backseat right now. I've just been enjoying talking about things and not really worrying about anything when it comes to Heroes or otherwise. Just kind of just doing what I want. And when Heroes news pops up, I report on it. And when I feel like doing Heroes reviews and stuff like that, yeah, that's pretty much what I aim to do. But it's good Lord, why, Azura? Why? You're killing me, Azura. You don't need to run in like that. But still, it's been a fun journey, and I can sit here and reminisce about a ton of things. But man, do you remember the first Tempest Trials, guys? Oh, hey, look, there's Marissa. Got her. Do you remember the first Tempest Trials that was difficult as all hell? And they introduced things like chain challenges as well. during this portion where it was just like, here's a bunch of characters with inflated stats, at least when it came to Tempest Trials, and it was just like, you have to do 7 battles in a row, and you don't really get the option to heal or change anything, and it was like, oh my god, what is this? But eventually people got situated, they added things like, you know, the bonuses and all that fun stuff, but I'll always remember that first Tempest Trial being the most brutal thing I could think of. Or Ursula when she first came out, and you either had to have Hector or you were boned. And I didn't have Hector at the time, so I didn't get her when she came out. And it was the most amazing... like back then when Hector had, you know, no competition and, you know, Takumi was a thing and just brutal as all get out. God, it's hard to think that all that has changed so much since then. Ah, man. What memories do you guys have? And, you know, what do you hope for the future when it comes to Heroes? What do you guys think and want when it comes to Heroes? What do you hope will come in the future? What characters do you want to see? What things do you see as being just something you want? That's what I'm hoping to see. I'm still crossing my fingers for Samia. And I'm still thinking about year 2 in every way. But it's going to be a weird one. It's going to be a weird year. And it's something I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping it's something you guys will look forward to as well. Because, boy howdy, I've had a lot of fun with it. And, well, I'm probably going to be, you know, working more towards just doing nonsense videos in general with my friends and stuff like that as well in the coming year. It's definitely been fun to have this time to get to know you guys, to get to have some fun with you all. And while I may be a rambling mess at times, and, you know, some people might find that appealing, others might not, I find beauty in that. I find fun in having people from all walks of life just talk to me. And, you know, thinking about the year where this channel was basically... I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Truth be told, it was Heroes and a lot of other things that got me through the adpocalypse, because back in that time, the channel could not sustain itself. Because, like, if it were during the adpocalypse, we would have gone from, like, barely making, you know, anything to making nothing. And it was thanks to, you know, Heroes and all that effort that really pulled us through and at least allowed the channel to sustain itself. Otherwise, I would have had to just take a break from it. And looking back at that now, my God. All I can really say is thank you to Heroes. Thank you to IS for being as amazing as they have been. And while we, you know, I may complain and, you know, grumble and moan, it's because I love, and I can't help but thank, you know, IS and everyone who's been around there. We have a lot of things coming up for you guys, for those who will continue to support the channel. Another contest coming out, which, by the way, if you entered the Gleam contest, please check your emails. You really need to, like, I don't know if the emails showed up correctly, so I sent out another one, another bunch of them out, and hopefully the people who won will reply, because you guys need to reply or else I'm going to have to choose new winners. And I don't want that, because, you know, those people rightfully won, and I don't know what Mike Cordelia was doing there, but holy crap. But either way, I love you guys very much, and I know I probably say that way more than I should, but I mean every word when I say that, because it's been a crazy journey, and it's one that I will always enjoy doing with you guys. You know, love it or hate it, that's just how it is. And it's always how it will be. And I can't believe that Henry killed my performance arts Olivia. Either way. All right, nerds. Catch you all on the flip side. And thank you for listening to my ramble about everything that's changed. I want to see your memories in the comments below. And I want to, you know, see what you want to talk about. Ah, man. It's been crazy. Looking back at the past is always fun. So, all right. Enough reminiscing from me. I'm going to continue to do Tempest Trials until I can get 20,000, get that seal, and maybe work on some more orbs. So, catch you nerds later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.